Hi guys, Ashra the Demon here, and in this video I will discuss the possibility that Nami will inherit the Soul fruit and how much of a power boost will that really give her. Now this theory will be divided into 5 parts, namely why Nami needs a devil fruit, will she be overpowered if she inherits it, any apparent foreshadowings, why the Soul fruit and how she will inherit it, and how strong she will be after she gets the devil fruit. Also, the assumption I'm making in this theory is that Big Mom will die before the end of One Piece, and if she does not, yes, my theory is meaningless. Now, why does Nami need a devil fruit? Let's face the facts. As she is now, she is the weakest member of the Straw Hats. She can defeat fodders using her lightning and wind based attacks, but that's about it. She can barely fight any weak persons, and she can at most defeat rare admirals or really weak vice admirals. Yes, in 1v1 battles she has beaten Khalifa and Miss Doublefinger, but that was mostly because the two characters got cocky and underestimated her. It was not that Nami truly overpowered them. Post time skip, she has not had a proper 1v1 fight. The closest to a 1v1 she had is her struggle against Brule. She really struggled against Brule, who for most part is slightly stronger than a fodder character and was a big joke throughout the whole Cake Island arc. But this way of her won't work against someone really strong, somebody like a Katerina Devon or Lafitte. The main reason I'm bringing these two is because I feel these two are the most likely candidates she will fight against the Blackbeard pirates. And if she takes on how she is now, she has no chance of winning whatsoever. So, how can she become stronger? Well, there are a few ways for that. For instance, she's undergoing a Kunoichi training as we speak, and this could give her a few new attacks and even stealth based techniques. But this again will only give her party tricks. It won't give her any strong defensive and endurance boosts, which I feel she dearly needs, especially against prolonged battles against those with good defensive skills. Another way is Haki, but to learn Haki one needs time and training. Or one must be born with special Haki skills like Usopp. Since Oda has already done that to Usopp, I don't think he will do it to Nami. So unless there is a time skip for Nami to learn Haki properly, I don't think Oda will do this for her as well. Finally, the last way is the way of the devil fruit. Now, with the devil fruit, she can eat a number of devil fruits like the snow fruit of Monet or a fruit relating to weather, like a weather based Paramecia or a wind based Logia. Even though these are possible, I feel Oda will not take this route. This is because I feel Monet still has something left to do in the story, and for the other devil fruit, the character with these devil fruits have not been introduced yet. So there really would not be any time to develop these new characters and for Nami to take that character's power. Of course, if she finds a random devil fruit, she would rather sell it and make a ton of money than eat it and lose her ability to swim. So the only way I feel Nami will get devil fruit abilities is if it is forced onto her or if she chooses to inherit that person's power. But when it comes to the soul fruit, I feel Nami will either choose to inherit the fruit or that power will be given to Nami accidentally from a certain someone when Big Mom dies. I will talk about this in the fourth part of the theory. Because of this, I feel Nami will inherit a devil fruit and in turn use it to power up. Also, since devil fruit usage does not require the same amount of time and training as Haki, she will get stronger pretty quickly. Now, these might not be the only ways she might get power ups, and there could be multiple ways for her to do so. But since Oda has not introduced them yet, I'm not considering them for this theory. Now, coming to the second part of the video, will this make Nami overpowered? Now, before I explain how and why she will inherit the Soul fruit, I'm going to explain why Nami inheriting the Soul fruit will not make her overpowered. I'm explaining this first because I know this will trigger a lot of people, especially those who see Nami as nothing more than a fan service character. Now, why is Big Mom overpowered? Does it have something to do with her devil fruit? Well, the answer is no. Big Mom, at the age of 5, annihilated a village of giants. This village had powerful warriors, and in a single rampage, she destroyed the inhabitants without even trying. During all this, the giants, who were considered to be the most powerful army in the world, could not even scratch her. And she did all this without her devil fruit. She induced fear with her overwhelming strength and durability. So far, the only time we see her take any real damage was when Mother Caramel's portrait was endangered and she became mentally upset. But when she was thinking straight, she took Luffy's Kongan like it was nothing. That's how powerful she is. She's overpowered without even her devil fruit. The Soul fruit only adds to her strength. It does not make her overpowered. But it gives the overpowered lady a huge array of abilities to use, thus taking her from overpowered to nearly invincible. If the fruit is with someone else, they will be strong, no doubt, but it won't make them overpowered. Now, to explain this, I want to remind you guys as to how the Soul fruit works. That fruit, like Hancock's Love fruit, is a special fruit which depends on the ability of the user to infuse a particular mental state on their opponent. By this, I mean if Hancock can't make her opponents lust on her, she can't turn them into stone like she couldn't turn Luffy into stone. Same way, if Big Mom can't induce fear into her opponent, she can't suck that person's soul. Which is the reason Big Mom could not suck Jimbei's soul, and he was able to declare to her that he was quitting her crew. So, if the user of the Soul fruit can't induce fear onto their opponents, they won't be able to make use of their fruit's complete potential. This is what happened to Mother Caramel. She was strong, yes, which is why she was able to stop the fire in the village from spreading by creating Pandora. But she was not overpowered because she could not induce fear on anyone. Now, let us see this with Nami. Can she induce fear onto her opponents? Yes, she can be scary at times, but in the end, if she fights someone, no way would that person be scared of her. This is the reason if Nami inherits the Soul fruit, she'll be really strong, but she won't be overpowered. Now, coming to the next part of the video. Are there any apparent foreshadowings by Oda? Now, there is no clear indication that Nami will inherit the Soul fruit, but I feel Oda has given some vague hints as to how Nami could be using the Soul fruit to her advantage. And these are Nami controlling Big Mom's homies. Now, as far as we have seen, the only person to control homies apart from Big Mom was Nami. She even made these homies attack Big Mom's own children, like Cracker and Brule. Yes, she used the Big Mom's Vibra card to do it. But is this some kind of foreshadowing telling us Nami will have homies of her own in the future? Next, Big Mom using weather-based powers. Now, we all know that Nami has weather-based powers. As these abilities get stronger, she gets stronger. Now, in One Piece, so far, among all the characters introduced, the person with the strongest ability to manipulate weather is Big Mom. So, combining both statements, I can say that Nami can become her strongest only if she can use the weather manipulation abilities of Big Mom. Next is the fact that Nami has Zeus itself. Zeus, I'm pretty sure, will be Nami's go-to weapon towards the end of Wano. If Big Mom takes back Zeus, whatever power Nami gains in this arc will have been for nothing, which is why I feel Nami will have Zeus from now on. If that is to happen, Big Mom will have to allow Nami to keep Zeus. This I don't think will ever happen because Big Mom is the most possessive character I've seen in One Piece. So the only way I can see this happening is if Big Mom dies. Otherwise, Big Mom, one way or the other, will find Nami and take Zeus back. Lastly, Nami is Lola's sworn sister. Now, Nami being Lola's sworn sister technically makes her Big Mom's stepdaughter in a weird way. This is no different from saying Ace and Sabo are Garp's grandchildren because they are the sworn brothers of Luffy. This relationship between Nami, Big Mom, and Lola was brought in the Whole Cake Island arc, but it did not really go anywhere. So I feel that there should be some kind of resolution for that. And this resolution could end up making Nami and Big Mom a lot closer. Next, why the Soul fruit and how Nami will get to inherit it. One way I could see this happening is, firstly, Big Mom and Nami will become close because of Lola, and then, due to some unforeseen circumstances, Big Mom ends up fighting Blackbeard with Nami near her. In this fight, she gets fatally wounded, and then she escapes with Nami and asks Nami to inherit the fruit so as to prevent Blackbeard and Co. from stealing her devil fruit. To which Nami obliges and carries Big Mom's will to create an utopia forward. But this situation which I just told you about is too corny and really unlikely to happen. Since it is highly unlikely to happen, I have a better and more realistic situation in which Nami can inherit the Big Mom's cell fruit without her having to be right next to Big Mom when she is killed either by Kaido or Blackbeard. Whether the unlikely scenario happens or not, I'm making an assumption, which if true, then Nami will definitely inherit Big Mom's cell fruit. The assumption is that when Big Mom dies, Nami will have Zeus right next to her. Now, I'm not going to talk about how Big Mom will die in this theory because she could be killed from various people. Like I mentioned, Kaido, Blackbeard pirates. Apart from that, she could be killed from the world government, Cypherpole, or maybe even her own children. I'm not going to discuss about that because it is not relevant to this theory. Having established that, let's see as to why Zeus has to be with Nami when Big Mom dies. Why I feel Zeus is important is because Zeus contains a part of Big Mom's soul. So a part of the devil fruit should be inside Zeus as well. This is because when Brook died, he was restored to life as a soul. If the fruit resided inside his body, then he would have been revived inside his body. But since Brook was revived as a soul, and he had to find his body, it is safe to assume that this devil fruit resides inside a person's soul. So, if the soul really contains a part of the devil fruit, then Big Mom's devil fruit should be present in all her divided souls. That includes Zeus, Prometheus, Napoleon, and all those tax collectors that had been introduced in the Whole Cake Island arc. So, what does this accomplish? Well, I feel that Nami will inherit the Soul fruit the same way Big Mom inherited it, which is by having a part of the devil fruit inside one's body when the devil fruit user dies. By this, I mean the way Mother Caramel died when she was inside Big Mom. That is the reason I feel Big Mom got the Soul fruit. Same thing I feel will happen when Big Mom dies. That is, a part of her devil fruit will be inside Nami. So, how will this happen? Well, I feel that in the next few chapters, till Big Mom dies, Nami and Zeus will become really close. So, when Big Mom is about to die, Zeus will sense that he's losing power and will die soon. He will try to get as close to Nami as possible before he vanishes, and he'll end up going inside Nami's body. So, when Big Mom actually dies, a part of the Soul fruit will actually be inside Nami. Thus, the Soul fruit will become Nami's. Yes, this seems a little thin and far-fetched, but nonetheless, I feel this is very much possible and a good chance that it could happen. Also, on a side note, since Big Mom has lost her memories now, there is a good chance for Big Mom, Nami, and Lola to reconcile and come to a resolution. Now, coming to the last question. How strong will she be after she gets the Soul fruit? To answer this question, let's see what all she can do with her newfound abilities. Well, she'll be able to give souls to inanimate objects, so I think that she'll be able to create Prometheus and Zeus so that she will be able to manipulate weather just like Big Mom does. Also, if she puts a part of her soul in her climate act, she will have something similar to Napoleon. The biggest plus of this ability will be in naval battles, because she can literally turn the tides to favor the Straw Hats. Remember, when Roger faced Shiki, the bizarre weather conditions turned the favor of the battle from Shiki to Roger, as the weather sank quite a bit of Shiki's ships. Lastly, in 1v1 battles, she can use and create homies to fight for her. If she beats them by scaring them, then she can steal their souls, thereby making her more powerful and have even more homies for a future battle. So, how strong is she? Well, in terms of admiral power level, I feel she can beat most vice admirals and maybe hold off an admiral. But I don't think she'll be able to beat an admiral. In terms of Yoko commanders, I think that she can defeat Cracker, but she'll definitely lose to Katakuri. So I'd say around Smoothie's level. To tell in terms of the Straw Hats, we'll have to remember that everybody in the Straw Hat crew would have gotten some serious power-ups. Having said that, this power would push Nami's position from one of the weakest member in the crew to a mid-tier member, right behind the Monster Trio and Jinbei. Lastly, I feel that Usopp will also be as strong as Nami and would have gotten these power boosts by Haki. So to round it off, it will be the Monster Trio, Jinbei, Usopp and Nami, followed by the rest of the crew. With this, I end my video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a like. And if you want to be notified for my future content, please do subscribe. This is Ashur the Demon signing off, guys. Bye bye.